The Weatherman's prediction. In fact, it's beaten Barbara and I. I think we both win today, Barbara. I really do. I'll take that one. It is Tuesday, the 21st of January, and, well, believe me, you're going to love this. But first of all, let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Got to welcome everybody on Facebook Live this morning. So very, very happy to have you. If you're a first time listener, a special welcome to you. I tell you what, why not become part of the family? We call it the noise here at Galaxy, simply because you do have a voice. And believe me, you're loud. You're really loud. We listen. We really do. We take notice. So one person can make a difference, and has in the past. Today, we're absolutely elated because we're catching up with a young band by the name of Ficton Parade. Yeah, let's kick it off. Here's Electronic. It's hot in here. It really is. What's the temperature like there?
Oh, we're about to get snow.
Oh, okay. I heard earlier on it was about 31. Is that right?
Yeah,
about right?
That is right.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 65 here.
Yeah, okay. Rub it in, why don't you?
Well,
Yeah.
hey, listen, we've earned a summer, not that we can call it a summer, I've got to be honest with you. Last year we had our summer, I'm not kidding, 90 days of rain and 90 nights of rain.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's not summer.
That's all.
No.
Yeah, you spent all of your summertime in the rain.
Yeah, well, let's look at it this way. If you guys know anything about the Bible, it says it rained for 40 days and 40 nights and some dude bought a boat, right?
Yeah.
The closest thing we saw to a boat was somebody in a canoe going down the road.
Wow.
You wouldn't get two of anything in that, literally. Yeah, gosh, it's hot in here. Really is. What have we got going on here? Paul Dyer. Okay, nice to have Paul. Corey Lucian is joining us. Norman Borland. Hello, Norman. Nice to meet you.
No advertising on the Facebook Live.
Ah, that's what that was. Oh, I see. Yeah, no, that's a no-no.
No, it's about the artists that we're
It
promoting
is about
at the
the
moment.
artist, yes, absolutely. I didn't recognise it. Jill Fire is watching as well.
Hi,
Hello, Jill. Happy New Year to both you and Kevin. I hope you're having a very, very successful one. And we'd love to catch up with you guys in the near future as well. Bo Gregory is on the scene. Also, Sonny Morgan. Nice to have Sonny Morgan with us. As well Critter and CC Critter. You've got to watch out for those two guys. Sean Simpson is joining us as well. There's a whole host of people lining up to be a part of this, my guys.
Awesome.
It really is. Really is. How many countries are tuned in right now?
165.
Okay, 165 countries tuned in right now. Not too bad.
Okay. I'll take that.
Not enough.
Yeah.
Not enough is watching as well. I've got to be nice now. The boss is watching. Yeah, if I'm not, she'll throw something heavy at me. Or someone heavy at me, and she's been known to do it in the past. So believe me, I've got to be good.
I have a boss like that too.
Yeah, good. Are you married to your voice in your head as well? I am.
Yeah.
I am. I really am. She's my on-air producer, and she gives me stats, bits of information, some questions that from other medias that we're not, working on at the moment. She's usually monitoring those and takes part in annoying my headphones while I'm talking to you guys. Sometimes I might miss what you say. I apologise. I'll do my best not to. I really will. Ah, yeah. Hey guys, Happy New Year from Jill Fine. Nice to have you on board, Jill. It really, really is. And looking forward to catching up with you and Kevin in the very, very near future. So, who's in Raleigh?
I would be the closest to Raleigh. I'm about, I would say, about 30 miles east of Raleigh.
Okay.
So I'm the closest to Raleigh. Rick lives, by the coast. He lives in the Wilmington area.
Okay.
But the rest of us are kind of in the Raleigh-ish area, within 20, 30 miles of each other. So.
Yeah.
So I take it that you're nowhere near Charlotte.
No, we're approximately by car. We are about 3.5 hours from Charlotte.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's
yeah.
just down the road.
Which we were just down that way this past weekend, but we had a show down that way. So.
Very cool. Let's go to the desk.
Yeah.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, as you can hear the motorbike going past the window. Very, very cool to have everybody on board today, because we're catching up with a young band by the name of Ficton Parade. Welcome to Galaxy, guys.
Hey, good to be here.
It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, and Rick, I've got to say, love the hairstyle.
Oh yeah. I keep it long.
Yep. If you leave it another day or two, you might catch up to John. Yeah. You never know what might happen overnight. Believe me.
I think we know. What will happen.
Well. The thing is, you see, even though I do have long hair, I got to be honest with you, I'm fast catching up to Rick. I really am. Believe me, it's a guys. It really is. Having said that. Paul Harkins is watching. Nice to have you on board, Paul. And also Marcel Louis coming out of Germany. Nice to have you with us. And JK. Jay, this is the second one you've been a part of today. Nice to have you with us. And yes, I'm really looking forward to meeting you in the very, very near future as well. Really, really am. Today we're talking to Ficton Parade. Now, I've got to ask you guys, let's get it right off the start. Where did the name come from?
Take it away, Rick.
All right. Yeah, when we were deciding one, we kind of wanted something that was a little obscure, and people tend to pretend that they're something that they're not a lot, and we wanted to kind of have a play on words about that. So it's like basically a parade of fiction, which is life, if you want to call it that. So.
But there's a good simile for it. Really, really is. And got to be honest, I'm loving the name. I really am. Having said that,
Thank you.
How long have you guys been together now?
Okay. Technically,
yeah.
This group of guys has been together about 4 years or so. But this has been something that some of these. Rick has been working at this for the better part of 9 or 10 years. As a lot of this stuff came from his brain as like just ideas, and then when the guys got together, he started turning it into the songs that you're hearing now. So, but the band itself has been together for approximately 4 years.
Now,
Yeah.
Tell me, guys, is there a new member in your band? And why I'm kind of stuck on this is. In the bio here, I've got Rick, I've got Johnny, I've got John, I've got Justin, and I've got Brett. Where does Joel come into this?
Yeah, so we have a bit of a lineup change. It's been about 9 months ago or 10 months ago. Johnny and Brett, we love them. They had to leave for some personal reasons and stuff, and going out and playing shows and doing touring and stuff is just kind of not in the cards for them right now. And so we brought on Joel, and we've actually got a new guy named Mike that we brought on guitar to replace Johnny. And so it's kind of naturally happened, and everybody's good. But we're excited to see where even this lineup takes us as well, because the new guys bring kind of a cool new dynamic as well. So.
always good to have something fresh in a band from time to time. We've got to be honest with you. But they are brothers, aren't they? That's just left.
So me, John, and my brother Justin, we're the brothers.
That's where it comes into it. Okay, I get it now. Believe me, reading the bio was a little confusing. Just getting past, got to say hi to Gigi as well from Curtain Call. Love the work you do. Really, really do. Well done. And absolutely keep up the good work, Gigi. Please do that because we love what you're passing on to us. We really, really do. Opened up the show with electronic, so it'd be remiss of me if I didn't say, tell me all about this track.
All right. You want to take it, Joe? All right. Yeah, I mean, electronic is, I try to pull like kind of the Trent Reznor thing where I don't like talking about, what lyrically the song is about and sort of means. I like for people to kind of draw their own strings on it, but, at a summary, it's a really like personal journey as a person if you're listening to the lyrics of, some inner struggles, which is a kind of a common thing for our stuff, but it's a discovery of kind of oneself, and kind of articulating that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as far as the song, it was one of the last few to come together for the record as well. So there were some differences in the lineup on the record. I played drums for most of the record, even though I played guitar in the band. And when Brett came into the band, he is on that track in What Lies Beneath. So it was one of the last few that we actually put together for the record, but it fit right in like a glove. So
yeah.
Absolutely loving it. I really, really am. Currently, 1,217 requests too, by the way, since we've been playing it, so it's not doing too bad. I see your influences here, The Killers, Muse, Thrice, and U2. I'll let you know, one of those four I've actually worked with.
Yeah, oh well, okay.
Yeah.
Who would that be?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm not going to name names, but they come out of Ireland.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. They've got a guy who can't sing by the name of Bono, apparently. Yeah. Got on really well with Edge, too, by the way. It really did. Franco Nanucci is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Franco. It really, really is. Happy New Year to you, sir. And, well, we're at the stage where we're going to talk a little exotic.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's always a favourite subject of mine. Tell me about exotic.
John, do you want to start in?
Yeah, that was one of the first ones that kind of came together. We were just listening to demos. This was probably, over 3 years ago, just listening to demos that Rick had put together. And I remember stopping and he was playing through a bunch of stuff that we could work on. And I remember just stopping and being like, you mean you've been holding out on this one for us? And so, we just stopped everything else we were doing and worked on that song, relentlessly. And it actually came together pretty quickly as in the form that it's in. But, yeah, that's one of my favorites on the record. It just has this kind of soaring quality as it gets to the end. One of my favorites.
I got to let you know, 1,459 requests since we've started playing it. It's starting to get up there. It's starting to get really, really good. So, joining us live, of course, are the boys from Ficton Parade. Here's Exotic. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Gosh, it's hot in here. Is the Kiwi air conditioning employed? Cool.
Hi, Ken.
Cool. We have Kiwi air conditioning here. It's called Open the Damn Window.
Yeah.
We moved into this building about four and a half years ago from the previous one we were in, and the bosses come to us and said, "Great, it's going to get hot in here in the summertime. Do you want a fan?" And I went, "Yeah, absolutely, I'd love a fan." What would you like? And I went, oh, I don't know, something about 6'2", blonde, blue-eyed, comes from Sweden, 18 would be about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they got me a gold ear, and the sales pitch was, it oscillates.
Mm.
I think my wife was in on the conversation at the time, so... oh, look out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, believe... On your producer. Dear. Okay, no, that's good. That's good. You're right there, Barbara.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
filming.
Cool. We're doing good. Very cool. Sean Simmons is joining
Hi,
us.
Michael.
Nice to have Sean with us. Bo Gregory. Jill Pye says Happy New Year. Gosh, we've got a lot of people on board. Ken Meekin is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Ken. It really, really is. Michael Zdanowitz, coming out of Orlando, Florida, from Galaxy Class Entertainments, is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board, Mike.
How do you mean, Jaco? How can people request? What are you after, sweet?
Yeah. What would you like as a request? As long as we're playing Fiction 6.
No,
as long as
Fiction
we've got-
Parade.
Fiction Parade. We got a Fiction 6, and we've been doing a bit of work with those guys just recently, and then of course we get Fiction Parade, so forgive me if I get that wrong. I do apologise. It's not on purpose.
All good.
We take no offense.
Well, the guy from Fiction 6 literally has just become a doctor now. He's a former scientist for NASA. He really is a rocket scientist, right? So what sort of conversation do we have? Me and Mark are going to go ghost hunting.
Nice.
Dear. That's exactly what we need from our scientists these days, don't you think? But that's just my sense of humour, it really is.
Okay.
That's right. You know what? Forgot to turn the mic on. There's another couple of bucks for the swear jar.
Nothing new.
Doesn't happen often these days, but it does happen. Master's Blade. Please, can you refrain from putting up your adverts and stuff like that? This is about the artist, not about you. Thank you, but nice to have you with us as well. And we'll have a chat about your work down the track, okay? But please, this is about today, Fiction Parade, and we would love to be able to talk to you about your product a little later on, really. In the meantime, guys, I apologise about that. You'll get this on your feed as well. We do try to get people to be a part of this, but not advertise anything that they've got coming up or anything like that, because it's not about them, it's about you. So I do apologise about that.
All good.
That's very nice.
Having said that, very, very shortly, we here at Galaxy are actually starting up new ventures in a brand new country, and I'd like to talk to you about that as well. And believe me, we've got a number of things going on, and as I said to you earlier on, with the magazine, for instance, we only choose the best of the best. Well, when we open up new ventures in this particular country, and believe me, it's a country that has not had westernised music for over 55 years. They are screaming out for it. They really are.
Wow.
Would you mind if we added you to the playlist?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, go
Yes,
for
do.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll talk to you more about that once we finish, but believe me, we'd love to have you included on these playlists. Believe me, you're going to absolutely love it when you find out where we're heading very, very shortly. And believe me, we're putting up about 10 radio stations in this country. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's a bit
Yeah,
of
we'll be honored.
better work to be done. Got to be straight up with you. There's a lot of work to be done. But hopefully over the next couple of months we'll be breaking new ground there. And we are supposed to be landing, I think, late February, early March, something like that. And we're starting to build the first one. We already have a building. We already have registered business there, and we also have bank accounts now, which is cool. So everything's starting to fall into place. You know what I mean? All we have to do now is get on a plane and get our tushies over there and start putting the big jigsaw puzzle together and really start training staff how to do this job.
Amazing.
Literally. And you're going to love it. You really are. In fact, I think it is rad. In fact, I think it is so rad, it's rad. But I can't take it away from Ficton Parade. Tell me about Rad.
Oh man, Rad is a really fun song. We wanted something to kind of, have a little bit of groove to it and really be driven by drum and bass. To really just have something a little more with some pop sensibility. And it was a really fun track to work on. We drew from a lot of different influences on that one. And actually, that's another one that John ended up playing drums on. And we were very, very, very selective about, some of the rhythm choices that we made to kind of keep people's head bobbing on that one. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me tell you, Rick, I talk to bands every day. I talk to artists every day, literally. Not often do I add a track to my car, literally, and I listen to Rad on the way home at night and on the way to work in the morning. I'm absolutely loving it. So, ladies and gentlemen, right here at Galaxy, here is Ficton Parade and Rad. Yeah, I hear music every day. Literally every day I hear bands. I talk to people all the time. And it's very, very rare that I update my playlist in my car, but I have added Rad into that, and I'm loving it right now.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Yeah, and that is very, very high compliment and praise. We do understand that.
Yeah.
Cool. I actually think it's,
Yeah.
to be honest, Rick, I think it's music to drive fast to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's the point.
That's
Yeah.
what it's meant to do.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah,
that,
you gotta be careful.
I'm going to be straight up with you. When Barbara gets the music, she's very, very vicious with her red pen. You know what I mean? And we can only do so much in a week and in a month, so she's got to be very selective, especially with the amount of traffic that she's got coming in. Once she's sorted out what she has in her mind of where we're heading, she'll take that to production. Production and her now will whittle it down a little bit more before we can present this to the board. And it could be 8, could be 12 people in the board meeting at any given time. Their only concern is our image, right? Which I think is rather weird, seeing I'm the one doing this show.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, this is an image, right?
Yeah, they decide what your face goes on, huh?
But from there on in, Barbara gives she gives me a Bluetooth device that I play in my car, and I get no information. I don't know who the band is, I don't know who the singer is, and I don't know the track or what the name of it is. It's just the music, right? And as an engineer myself, I've been an engineer for about 47 years now, and I've worked with some of the biggest bands and some of the best studios in the world. So not only front of house, but also studio engineer.
Wow.
I have an ear for this. You know what I mean? So I've got a car stereo in my car. Go and play you in my car and go driving. listening to the music. Now, two reasons. First reason is nobody else can influence me on whether or not I want to do the interview. When we first started doing this, all the staff were going, yeah, do this, do that, do this. I was getting confused and I went, no, leave me to make my own decisions, right?
Yeah.
The second reason is nobody else wants to drive with me. It's true. It's absolutely true. I like to drive sideways.
Nice.
Right?
I get it. Yeah.
We're in
so does
between.
Rick, actually. Yeah.
Well, Rick, yay. I like it. We're in between three major cities, right? And it's a little milling town, literally. Now, we all come from the biggest city in New Zealand, in Auckland, but we set up business here purely for an economical reason. I'm not paying $1 million a month in Auckland what I can pay for down here forever. You know, I can buy the building for that price. So it was a strategic thing. Doesn't matter where in New Zealand we are, we can broadcast from anywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it really was economical. But I know where they hide the keys for all the fire breaks. So I go driving and have some fun with it. Anyway, maybe that's it is up next. And I absolutely love this track as well. That's right, you're right, here we go. See, 107 FM, and today we're talking to Ficton Parade, and absolutely loving what they're coming up with. Now guys, I got to ask you, and I got a young lady coming out of Toronto by the name of Pauline. She's saying, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker? But more importantly, guys, do you respond?
We do. We do.
Yeah.
If you message us on Facebook or we're on Instagram a lot, typically to be John or myself, that'll typically you'll be talking to. So if you hit us up, we'll respond.
Very cool.
We're very friendly. Yeah.
There you go. Rodney, who's coming out of, well, would you believe, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm sure we were talking about this place very, very sure. He's wanting to know, do you have a merch store? How do I buy caps, koozies, and T-shirts?
Yep, you can go to...
FictonParade.com. Yeah.
Yep.
There.
Anything
Go
you
to the
need.
website. Everything is at FictonParade.com.
Now that I know that you've got a T-shirt, I'm going to say, how would you like to send me one? I'd be more than honoured to wear your brand while I'm doing this, and it does work. It's a bit of, maybe free advertising, but I'd certainly be honoured to wear a Ficton Parade.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
on the way.
I'll get Barbara to give you all the sizes, details, stuff like that. Believe me, I absolutely love the band. Would love to wear your brand. And, I've had people say to me, Grant, while you're doing the interviews, I've been on the interwebby thing, having a look at the brand that you're wearing. I bought myself a cap and a koozie and a guitar pick. So, okay, it works. It does work.
Well, don't worry, you're getting a whole care package.
Oh,
Yep.
So,
well, you know something, John? Maybe that's it.
yeah, maybe that is it.
Maybe that is it.
See,
Maybe
good.
that's it.
I'm master at segues. I really am. Tell me about this track, and believe me, yet again another track that I've added to my car list, and absolutely loving this. As an engineer, I have this engineer's curse where I try and break down what the other engineer's done. It's reverse engineering, you know what I mean? You must remember this from the days we learnt about the aliens at Roswell, all that sort of stuff. That's my curse, literally. I try and figure out how your guys, engineers, have put this track together. Absolutely loving it. I think you better tell me all about it.
Sure.
Well, John, you're the engineer.
Yeah, so I am the recording, mixing, and mastering engineer for the record, and that particular track came together. It took a while for it to come into the incarnation that it shows up in, but we kind of left no stone unturned. Anything we wanted to try on it, we did. Everything on the whole record, we had we stuck to. We're only going to use real instruments, real drums. No digital stuff. All the synthesizers are analog, so the only digital is when we put it in the computer. So, and that's kind of was the modus operandi for the record, and that started with Maybe That's It. That was the first track we did that way. So.
Well, I got to be honest with you, John. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a headache lately. See, I've been wandering around inside your head trying to figure this one out. I really have. Maybe. That's it. It's Ficton Parade. You're right here at Galaxy.
Awesome.
Gosh, it's hot in here. Sweltering. By any chance, you guys vegans?
Nope.
No, you're meatahologists like me? You like a bit of steak?
Yep.
Right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, at
Here we
least
go.
two of us are participating in the carnivore diet. So, yeah, we are not vegans. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, absolutely not. I'm not dissing being a vegan in any way, shape or form. I'm just wondering, I'm trying to come to the bottom of a myth. Okay, I've been trying to figure this one out for a few years now, I've got to be honest. By any chance, have you guys ever tried a vegan sausage?
No, why would you do that?
I have not.
Yeah, exactly, why would you? But I'm just trying to figure out if they're made of real vegans or not.
Yeah, well, all the sausage I eat is made from vegan cows. I don't know if that counts.
Yeah,
Or pigs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Honestly,
No.
cows are vegans. They really, really are. Why attack all those vegans? Yeah.
Sausage.
That's right. Actually, to be honest with you, I do have a friend who is a vegan, and I ran into her the other day, and I said to her, "Do you guys go out to the pub and have a night out? Do you get together and plan stuff?" And she goes, "Why?" I says, "Because the only place I ever see is on the news."
Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah. No, I have several friends, and they are lovely people. And they think I'm cool, but it is what it is.
Oh, so you're the nominal meat eater amongst the vegans.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So
That's the way it works over here. So.
We'll throw you to the cabbage heads. The thing is, can you imagine if they all got together and went out for a night out and they started getting anti with each other, a little snarky? Could you imagine them having a fight out in the car park? I mean,
no, I can't.
Would that? Could you imagine getting a smack in the head? Would that be a slap in the chops?
Yeah, Man, I gotta be careful here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory right now.
John, remember we said sarcasm?
That's exactly sarcasm. I like it.
Very cool. John, you seem to be somebody who likes to think outside the box, right?
Slightly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in the Second World War, the Japanese suicide pilots, the kamikazes, you remember, you've heard about them in history and stuff, yep?
Yep.
Why the hell did they give them crash helmets?
Okay.
They did. They really did. They gave them crash. Why?
To make them mad.
Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay. interesting hearing the songs playback secondhand.
Yeah.
I need a compressor that sounds like that.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and unfortunately, both Rick and John think that they're in the twilight zone right now. Feel sorry for them, I really do. Absolute pleasure to have you guys with us. It really, really is. Now, I've got to ask you, being a new year, anything new coming out in the near future?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got we're playing Bike Week in Daytona, Florida, and then we're going straight from there over to Texas to play some South by Southwest shows, and then 2 more shows back to back from there, and then we'll come back for a little bit. So we're doing a run in March. So
very, very cool. I've got to ask you too, by the way, the next time, John, you might be able to help me out with this one, being an engineer, much respect to you. How about doing us a couple of voice drops saying, hi, this is Ficton Parade, and you can hear us on Galaxy, something like that. We would love to be able to add that to the list that we have. The more times people hear who you are and what you're about, the more times they go and check out your music and all that sort of stuff. Before you know it, you never know, you might have a few more fans, and we'd love to be able to facilitate that with you guys. Would you do that for me?
Yeah, why not?
absolutely.
Awesome. Now,
When and where?
well, I tell you what. First rule of everything here is be creative. Come up with something yourself. Otherwise, it all sounds uniform, and doesn't work for me. To be very honest, I'd rather have somebody who has something original that they would like to get across about themselves. So please do that. Any time now would be good, and 10 minutes ago would be even better, to be honest with you, John. Would love to have those playing for you, and would love to promote you as much as possible. Having said that, are you familiar with Facebook? Have you visited our sites on Facebook with Galaxy Artists, anything like that?
Yeah. I have.
Brilliant.
I had just become aware of you guys, so I've been checking it out here recently. I live in a bubble, so I don't get out much. But
Yeah.
Yeah, John's not a social media guru. So.
No.
Believe me,
Pull
John,
back.
I think we're both of the same feather, really. I don't go on Facebook or on any of those, literally. I have people do that for me, literally. I never find the time. Way too busy. Namely, Barbara, to be honest with you. She's very good at it. And how the heck she finds the time to do it with all of the submissions she's doing and everything else as well. Believe me, fantastic. She does a great job. She really does. Having said that, we would love to have you go on these sites, free for artists, not so much for business people. We can talk business about that, but for artists itself, believe me, we don't want to screw money out of hard-working artists that are struggling to get enough money to be able to put a track together, buy a guitar pick or something like that. We would rather be able to promote you as much as possible. Please use it, use it, use it. And we don't care if it's a new song, a new video, maybe the opening of a shoebox. The more times you use it, the more times you're on there, the more times people get to see and know who you are. Before you know it, you've gathered a few more fans as well. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that's all there for you. And my favourite subject, I've got to be honest with you, is it's free for artists, you know.
Yeah.
If you're a business, maybe we can talk about some money then, which is my other favourite subject. And I'm loving this track as well. Believe me, tell me about money, because I seem, I'm like the church. I never seem to have enough of it.
It's funny that you mentioned that. No, money was a really fun one to put together. We ended up, the horns that you hear on it, we actually hired some of the Carolina Opry members to come in and actually play. And that was an interesting experience for a few different reasons. But yeah, I mean, that one was kind of another oddball to put together for us. I think, John, was this like the third to last or something that we did?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another weird brainchild where Rick just walks in the studio and is like, "Hey, I got this riff idea," and I was like, "I don't get it," and then he's like, "Just wait until I do the demo. I know what I'm talking about." I was like, "I trust you, you know," and sure enough, it's a banger. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. As I recall it, you fought me for a little while on this one.
I was like, it's not ready. It's not ready.
Yeah.
And then it was just ready, you know.
Yeah, dear. You guys been married long?
Yeah.
Too long.
You would think
Too
so,
long.
wouldn't you?
Here we go. You're right, here at Galaxy. Here's Ficton Parade. My favourite subject, money. Gosh. We'll wrap it up after this, guys, and I've got to thank you so much for joining us and for putting up with me. I really appreciate that, I really do. But I do want to talk to you about promoting you in this magazine after this, so please hang in there. And
Yep.
I think you'll find it rather amusing. Also, I want to talk to you about breaking new ground in this new country as well. There's a bit of a story to go with that one, so believe me, I think you'll find it very, very fascinating. I really do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'm
honestly,
excited to hear about it.
when Barbara and I got in the car and were driving back from Auckland Airport back to where we are here, we both looked at each other and went, did that really happen? It was just one of those things. It was like a fairy tale. It really, really was.
Yeah.
But it's worked out to be quite, other than a fairy tale, literally, it's been quite reality, because we've had to put together all sorts of paperwork and business, you know, lawyers, you name it, everything, you know, including
Yes.
our damn government as well. So.
Yeah, they always seem to get theirs, don't they?
Oh, don't they? Don't they? Yeah, they're not shy about taking money off you. That's for sure. Oh, by the way, congratulations for the 47th President you have now.
Thank you.
Yay.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm
Good luck.
excited. I'll say it. Whatever.
Rick, are you a Trumpy?
I wouldn't say a Trumpy, but yeah.
Yeah? Okay. What about you, John? Are you a Trumpy? Or?
Well, see, I'm in two bands, and the other band is very okay. I'm not really in that band. I work with artists all day, every day, so I have to like toe the line politically.
Mhm.
But I will say this: I am looking forward to not having federal taxes. I'll say that.
Here's a good point. There really is.
Yeah.
I just got to wonder about a guy that's running a country that claims that people are eating cats and dogs in California.
Well, yeah.
You just got to worry about, you know, really?
It's in the
Seriously?
news somehow, though, right? You know, like
Yeah.
you got to get them talking about you.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, you know, cats and dogs.
It's entertainment value. I'll say that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Cats and dogs are my favourite people.
Yeah. It's pretty
Well, that's why he's mad about it.
Mm.
Yeah. He's mad about it. He's like, man, they're good people to hang with, so.
Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, you know, I kind of like Trump. I've got to be honest with you, Rick. I really do kind of like Trump because he's fun to make fun of.
Yes, he is.
That he is.
You
That
know?
he is.
Well,
Yeah.
And I'm just the guy that would do that. God, have you seen our Prime Minister? I call him Humpty Dumpty. He really does look like a bloody egg.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm not, and I've met our Prime Minister, and I've met the previous one, and the one before that, and the one before that, and I've interviewed a number of members of Parliament, all sorts of things. I get on really well with them, even though they think I'm weird. I don't blame them. But
We're all, look at what we're doing. We're all a little weird.
honestly, I like Trumpy because, you know, I'm trying to figure out that hairstyle of his. Do they give it a spare room to sleep in at night?
I don't even understand how it works.
Yeah,
But
well,
No.
yeah, what do they feed it?
Yeah.
I mean, who am I to talk? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Corey Luchin is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Corey. Ricky Davis, Mark Willardell, nice to have you on board, my friend. And David Denzel is also joining us. Let me see if I can get down here. Dennis Mitchell is doing it as well. Sounding good here in North Carolina, says, well, really, very, very cool. I think that's Dennis Mitchell. And Wolf Milestone is also joining us. Nice to have you on board. At the moment, we've come to the end of the interview, and I've got to say, would you guys come back for another interview in the near future? Would you release new music and come back for another visit?
Sure. Absolutely. You tell us the time, we'll be here.
Awesome. Well, I'll get Barry to work something out with you in the near future, believe me, because I am fast becoming a very, very big fan of Ficton Parade. I've got to be straight up there. Really am.
Awesome.
Having said that, we are going to have to wrap it up right now. So I got to thank everybody for joining us live on Facebook Live, and why not join myself and Barbara for the breakfast show tomorrow morning between 5:30 in the morning and 10. Believe me, can't miss this. 110% Galaxy artist, 110% original artist and indie artist at that, best in the world. We don't play anything less. Join us there. So in the meantime, folks, thank you to Ficton Parade for joining us, and for you also for joining us. From me, it's Happy Radio, everyone.